What's your favorite part of the swimming pool? If you ask me, it's got to be the lights. So one of the things that people seem to cheap out on or forget about or don't really think about is what your pool looks like in the evening. So today we're going to bring you back to our Norco Hills project so you can check out some of the features, some of the highlights and different products that are available that you should consider when you're thinking about your next pool. So let's check it out. So one of the first things is your pool lights and your spa lights. So traditional builders, old school builders, they tend to use the big 8-inch or 7-inch LED lights. They usually put one in the deep end. When you have a curvy pool like this, it's not enough to light up the entire pool. So we prefer to use, in Pentair, they use Glow Brights, and Hayward, they're 320 color logic lights. All of our pools come standard with full color change lights. The reason why I like these Hayward lights is because you can also control the frequency, meaning how fast do they change colors, and you can also control the brightness or the intensity of it. These lights are all LED low voltage, so as a builder, it also gives you an advantage where it's one less step that you got to do before pre-plaster. So you don't have to run a bond wire, you don't have to do the epoxy, have a light niche. You simply run a pipe, throw in your light, pull it through the niche, and you're off and running. So this pool here, since it's a free-form pool or a curvy pool, we like to put lights in any Baja areas, any coves, any walls where we're going to create dark spots. So for those of you that are using Pool Studio or any design software, try to look at your pool in nighttime views so you get an idea of how dark it's going to be, because you want to make sure that it's lit up for the users of this pool once it gets built. So let's take a close look at some of these. I'll show you the lights on the Baja bench. This is a Hayward Color Logic 320 LED light. So if you look on a Baja bench, most people would put the light on the front so they can light up the pool. Here we like to put it on 2 layers. So if you put the light just on the bottom, it's only going to be lighting up the bottom of the pool, but it's not going to light up the Baja bench. So since this is the point of access, the shallow area, we like to put one right in the wall, and then we have lights all along the wall inside the pool. So let me show you some different lights. For our rock work looks great in the daytime. It looks even better at night. So if you want to really light up your rock work, highly recommend you run some conduits or low voltage wire while you're doing your metal lathing and your steel phase. This rock work, we have Pell Lighting. They're out of Australia, so these are color change as well. All Bluetooth, you can control it with your phone. We want to make sure we light up the steps. We want to highlight any of the water features. The cave, if you look up on the top of the grotto, we have lights shooting right across it, and also inside the spa to give you kind of that halo action. So if you want your rocks to look tight at night, you gotta light them up. So another set of lights is just landscape lighting, right? If you look across every column cap, every step, we put low voltage wiring. You want to light up the steps so you don't have anybody tripping or falling at night. So here we ran this cantilever tile and we put some lights underneath that turn on. They're all controlled by your app on the phone. So you want to turn on your landscape lights, you want to change the color of your pool lights, it's all controlled from your app, your Omni PL system on a phone, tablet, or a computer. So if you look here, we also left room on any benches to have low voltage for trim lighting. So a lot of people nowadays, they like the halo effect of the strip lights under cantilever barbecues. So if you look at this barbecue that we poured, look underneath, it gives it a nice glow, makes it even that more inviting at night. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna build something, make sure you leave a sleeve, make sure you have some low voltage wires, because everybody needs to have lights to highlight their project. Even if you don't get it while you're building, you can always come back and add it later. So let's look at the trees. So the trees, these are some nice palm trees. At nighttime, they're kind of a dark spot, so we use Pell Lighting again. These are up lights. They're also color change. Client loves it on blue, so we leave it on that. But for every tree, we try to put at least 2 or 3 lights to make sure that we light it up. So let's look at the columns on the masonry. Anytime you have a column cap, you want to make sure that you have some low voltage built into it. This means while this is being constructed, you got to run your conduit to your equipment because it makes it really difficult to do it after the fact. You're gonna have to pull out some stone, break it, hide your wire inside, so run it before. And even if you're not gonna get it, like I said, when you're building it, you can always do it later. So lighting is really expensive. It's one of those things that some people like to just go bare bones, and it's the main thing that everybody regrets in the end. So keep that in mind for your build. All right, so you see that light down at the Baja bench. Right now we have that in that cool blue, you know, kind of baby blue color. Now with this Omni Logic system, you have full control of all your lights. So you come to the panel or on your app. I'm in service mode since homeowners aren't here and I don't have them to use their phone. But I look at all the bodies of water, check the pool lights. It's gonna give me an option. I could zero in on a single color, deep blue. I hit deep blue, it's gonna flash off, change the color. If I wanna go emerald, it'll go green. And I also have some programmed color modes or party modes. So if you go to light show, it'll give me options for some preset color change shows. So if you go here, I have Voodoo Lounge. So Voodoo Lounge, it has a mix of, you know, green, and you see how fast it's flashing. Let's say it's gonna give somebody epilepsy or trigger somebody's health issue, so we gotta slow that down. So we'll go down here, lower the speed down to half the speed, hit check, and it'll lower down the frequency of that change. There you go. So you see it's still changing colors, but it's a lot slower. If you look at the lights, it's gonna be a subtle transition between all the colors in that program. So you got green, orange, blue, purple, it'll cycle all through them. Now, if you don't like that, and you want, let's say it's 4th of July, and you wanna do your red, white, and blue like most people do, you have your red, and now it's changing too slow. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my speed control, put it about 2 times. Every time you hear that click, that's the transformer resetting itself. So now I got white, blue. If I want to go a little faster, speed it up. And you have your color change mode. So this is one of the features that Hayward offers that, you know, Pentair doesn't yet. Jandy, I believe, also has this functionality, but the main thing is you can control the speed, control the brightness of the lights, depending on the darkness or what you need. You can control that all from your app. So there's plenty of programs in here. We have Voodoo Lounge, Tranquility USA, Twilight, Mardi Gras, Gemstones, Cool, Cabaret. So check it out. So you get a little teal, some green, some blues. So it's pretty cool. So this is your Omni Logic Light Control Center. So homeowner likes the blue, so I'm just gonna leave it on blue for him since he's a one color kind of guy and it matches what he's got going on with the tree. So we're just gonna leave it on deep blue. So there it is. That's a quick walkthrough of our Norco Hills project at night. Remember, if you want to make sure your project looks good, you got to think about the end, right? So how's it going to look when you're finished with your project? Because you only get one shot at it, and one thing you don't want to cheap out on is the lights. So make sure you consider these landscape lights, your color change lights in the pool, definitely rock lights, most definitely landscape up lights for all your trees. This project has 3 different vendors. We have Alliance Lights, Hayward Lights, PAL Lighting, and they all combine to work perfectly together with your fully automated system. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.